was honestly contemplating not even making a video about this or talking about this at all, because at this point I am so many days late that no one is even going to care anymore, and most people probably have already seen this, which is why I've kind of been slowing down with the Paralives videos and the Paralives updates, because when they do give us updates, they post them everywhere. They're on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, so most people are going to see the updates now. But I gotta say, this one is just too good not to talk about. Like, I seriously want to express how excited I am for Paralives, and also show you, in case you haven't seen any of these pictures, the major improvements that the Paralives team has made to their game. And even though the game already looked good, guys, it's looking even better now. Like, this is 1000% going to be a builder's paradise. And eventually we will see more with gameplay, but just from these pictures alone, just completely blown away. And of course, super proud of the team and everything that they've accomplished thus far. There are so many objects, specifically clutter items like bowls and mugs, spoons, forks and knives, brooms to hang on the wall, picture frames, baskets, shoes, even boxes of cereal and cartons of milk. There's so much to use as clutter to decorate your Para's homes, and oh my gosh, just so blown away and impressed. The second picture showing the kitchen, so homey, so cozy. Look at the mixing bowl, the flour, there's a cutting board and dish gloves, sponges, and the tea kettle on the stove as well. Look at the towel hanging in front of the stove. We need little things like that, little details, pictures and magnets on the fridge. I love this. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Another look at the living room, all of the duck pictures on the wall, the duck candle holder, and the duck pillow on the seat. So cute. You can see in the back of the last picture, there's a china cabinet with china inside, wine glasses, all of that stuff. I'm actually a little bit curious. I want to know if those things can be placed and moved around individually, and if it's not just a part of one single object, because if that truly is the case, like, we could open those cabinets and drawers and place things inside of them. That would be so freaking cool. The Paralives team also post an update on their Patreon page. This is an older update. It's actually from July of 2022, but it was just made public to everyone. Right now, Leia and I are focusing on improving the art style for the game's vegetation. We won't be showing you all the exterior of the house just yet until that's done. You'll have to wait a bit longer. Today, I'll be showing a sneak peek of the interior of the house, the creative process behind it, and the improvement of the art style. The sketch for the first floor of the house was previously showcased on social media. So all of those pictures that I just showed you goes based off of this concept sketch right here. And from what we saw, turned out to be really, really good. We had to test a lot of things when it came to revising the art style for the houses and furniture items, different modeling styles, texture styles, shaders, color palettes, you name it. As an example, the trickiest to figure out was the texture style. I talked about the goals for our art style more in depth in a previous Patreon post, but to put it simply, the texture style has to be artsy, but has to make the materials identifiable and accurately depicted. It was a long process of trial and error to find the styles and subtleties we wanted. For this wooden floor, we did multiple versions. The ones above are samples that didn't make it to the second phase of the test. They just didn't feel right to us. Once we found the one that felt right, it still had to go through many iterations so we could get the subtleties right. All the variants tested for this style of rendering for this wooden floor. One of our goals was to make the materials identifiable. As such, we have been testing and implementing a few things. For one, we are using metallic. It helps to make metal surfaces stand out. On the left, a material without any metallic applied, and on the right, the same material with metallic. You can feel the difference. Just looking at that, you can definitely tell that the one on the right looks metal and the one on the left, you really can't tell what it could be. It could be metal or it could be plastic, but you definitely have that distinction with the one on the right-hand side. We also decided to add some more depth to the surface's reflectivity. Now you can see the light interacting on the surface. It's fun to move the camera and see the light shift, and these are the things that I love most. Reflections and shadows really change a game's appearance, and you can see here with the light reflecting off of the center, it definitely does the job. Tiles with a more subtle reflection, sometimes less is more. Yeah, you don't want there to be too much reflection on tile, then it kind of becomes blinding and can, appear like it's a mirror, and it's definitely not a mirror. You're going to have just a little bit of that. Throughout the past months, the style has undergone a lot of changes. I've seen this first floor so many times in so many styles by now. We decided to go for a softer approach with painterly details in the end. Here's where we currently are at for it with the art style we decided to pursue. This is the interior of the render target house fully modeled. The objects in orange don't have any texture at the moment. Can you spot the changes in terms of furniture and color from the original sketch? So you can see there is such a difference here between the final images we saw first, and then of course the concept sketches, and now looking at these. We have recently hired Javiera as an environment art intern. She is currently hard at work on adding clutter items to fill up the space. I also wanted to show off the nice sketches that she did for how we want the space to be filled. There are definitely some changes to what you can see on these sketches and what appeared in the final image, like the flowers definitely in a different position and it's a smaller bag that's standing up, but a lot of this here did make it into the final picture. But it's just so cool to be able to look at this and really see the process of, it going from a concept to actually modeling it, So this is a look at Javiera's sketches with a bit of censorship by yours truly. With the different clutter items, we will get a livelier space and a feel for who lives there. To finish this off, we are hard at work improving our art style of the houses, furniture, and general environments. What you saw as a work in progress, we are still testing a variety of things like lighting, vegetation, food, etc. We are looking forward to showing you this house when it is complete. You will, of course, be able to find the furniture and items from the house in the game to use in your builds. I'm blown away. I want to hear what you guys think about this. It's just amazing. Before I end the video, I do want to talk about some questions that some Twitter users have asked the team. They've noticed that there is a release date that has been posted. I'm not sure what website this is coming from, but some are claiming that there is a release date or a release year planned showing this year, 2023. Well, Paralives actually shuts down these rumors, and in this case, misinformation, as this is not accurate at all. The Paralives team responds, "Hi, this information is not true. We have not shared a release date yet. Thank you for letting us know about this. Of course, when there is a release date or a release year, it will be posted directly from Paralives game. Anything else that you guys see on the internet is likely misinformation and probably just speculation." They also answer questions about modeling with textures and such, and they respond, "Our artists use Blender and Substance Designer for modeling and Substance Painter in Photoshop for textures." They also add, "We sometimes use the sculpting tool, mostly for characters, but given how optimized our objects are, most elements that appear sculpted were actually drawn in the textures." And they also confirm again that there will be a Steam workshop for Paralives. So for mods and custom content, that is going to make things so easy. If you guys don't use Steam and don't know how Steam Workshop works, it's so easy. You literally don't even have to leave the Steam app to download custom content. I use it for a lot of my other games. You simply log onto the workshop, you can see all sorts of mods and custom content. All you do is hit subscribe on whatever and it automatically downloads it and puts it into your game. And if it needs to be updated, it automatically updates. It's the easiest thing in the world. And Paralives is going to be a part of that Steam workshop, which is just so freaking cool. It just makes uploading and sharing things with other creators and other players so much easier. Share your thoughts below on the images, on the concept art, and when you guys think Paralives might be released. Talking in terms of speculation, I'm thinking it's probably still going to be another at least 3 to 5 years, but I hope that they continue to take their time and make the game the best that it can be, because so far I'm just blown away. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. So long, happy simming and happy paraliving.